everyone, to the Men of Doozy podcast.
We are back, baby.
And we're going to stay back.
We're going to stay back. We're going to be here for a while. And listen, if this is your first time watching and you're thinking, what the hell is going on?
With the name, because I don't know what even the name means.
Well, we'll tell you.
Well, the word doozy means something that is extraordinary or outstanding of its kind.
That's right. And we are not that.
But we want to be.
That's right. We do. So this is the podcast that we are going to give you the tools that you need to help you become successful in life.
That's right. And the best part is we're going to learn how to be successful ourselves.
Yes.
While we are also teaching you how to be successful.
Makes sense to me.
I bet it does. I'm Alex Staub.
And I am Kirk Koz. Welcome, everybody.
Kirk, what are we talking about today?
This is a very important episode that we're talking about today.
Yeah?
It is something that affects 3/4 of the population of the world.
Okay.
Everybody is scared of this thing.
Yeah.
Today we are going to learn how to improve your public speaking.
Oh.
We may not all come into to circumstances
like
that
TED Talks and stuff.
like TED Talks, because we all do TED Talks at some point in our life.
Yeah, we've all done TED Talks.
Hello?
Or like back in the day when people were hear ye,
Hear ye. Did you know?
Those people were probably nervous as hell.
Yeah,
too.
they're like, oh God.
Because they probably got murdered right after their
They're
speech.
like, what the fuck? No, that's not how you make a sword.
Per the king's decree, all peasants who can't afford bread must be murdered.
All the peasants. Yeah, #cancel the king.
Kill him.
#cancel the king.
Cancel the king.
Not my king.
Murder the
Not
messenger.
my king.
That's where the phrase, I think, don't kill the messenger came, because every time the messenger was like, hey, I got a message, boom, 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 they killed him. Exactly.
But
Well, public speaking is, I mean, personally, for both of us, I think, because I'm a comedian, you're an actor.
and I'm an actor, so
Yeah.
we've spent multiple decades working on this thing.
Yes. Still live.
Still live. But also,
Still live.
it's something that you always run up against some nerves.
Yeah.
And
do you
it's
have like
good
a
nerves.
personal public speaking story?
A personal public speaking story? I don't know. I think just at a young age, I found myself trying
Wait,
to...
hold on.
What?
Yo, I just got... Yo, this is weird. I don't mean to interrupt the podcast here, but this is... I just got this weird email sent to me.
We got an email?
Well, we got an email.
Wait, from
It
from who?
says, it's got no subject, but it says from Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking?
Stephen Hawking.
Wait, so the astrophysicist?
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking.
It just says from Stephen Hawking. This email.
Okay.
This is weird.
What's in the email?
There's nothing in the email. It's just an audio message.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Should
guess
play
we
it?
should
Should I
play it.
This is weird.
What?
Hello, men of doozy. It is I, Stephen Hawking. I left this message before I died, in hopes that it may reach you before you both put out the public speaking episode.
How did he know
Okay.
that? How did he know that?
My message is this. You two will never be good at public speaking.
What?
Excuse me?
Kirk, your voice sounds like a sweet old lady who everyone should love, but instead they really hate you.
Okay.
God forbid you know how to actually pronounce a word correctly, you illiterate monkey. And, Alex, you sound like a slow-dying cow who just won't die. I can explain the universe and black holes, but the fact that you can even read is something even I can't explain or comprehend.
Oh my God, he slammed you.
And for everyone else listening, public speaking is easy. Just have good preparation, relax and be yourself, and picture everyone in their underwear.
Really though?
Well, that's all the time I have. I'm gonna go play tennis. Long live the men of doozy.
How does he play
What?
Wait, okay. Wait. First off, Did Stephen Hawking just predict that we were going to have the most successful self-help
I think
podcast?
So. Stephen Hawking just reached out to us and said
From the
grave, he insulted
apparently.
you pretty good, but he also
slammed you really hard.
Well,
you're a freaking wow.
You know,
but also Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking,
you're kind
shout
of
out
a
to Stephen Hawking.
dick. I mean, shout out to you, but like, what the hell?
What do you know?
What do you know? Listen, I may stumble on my words sometimes, but like, at least I'm gonna
exactly.
Listen, but like,
you know, he didn't even speak, and he was the greatest public speaker through a
also, how did he play tennis regularly?
I have no idea. But you know what? Just to prove him wrong, okay? I think, and this, you know what? I'm motivated right now.
Me too.
To learn these top 10 tips and to become a better public speaker so that I can prove Stephen Hawking wrong.
I am right there with you because me and you and our viewers, we already know how to stay motivated.
Yes,
and
we do know how to stay motivated.
And I'm gonna prove Stephen Hawking right.
Let's do it. Let's just jump into this right now.
We're going to learn. These are what? These are the top 10
These are the top 10 tips
on how to improve public speaking.
Let's
it's something
do it.
we all do.
And prove Stephen Hawking wrong.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously.
Well, obviously. Oh, thanks. You made it really big. Stephen Hawking was right. You're a freaking dumbass monkey.
We switch off talking about the tips, and we put our names before each segment.
Yeah.
And he earlier was like, "Can you make my name more obvious?" So I just blew his name up.
And I said it with great diction.
Exactly.
And very specifically, by the way, Stephen Hawking.
Exactly.
Anyway, so guys, the number 10
Let's jump in.
top tip on how to improve public speaking is research and preparation.
Nice.
Consider the audience that you will be speaking to and make sure that the tone and information is appropriate for that audience. Try to put yourself in their shoes and think about what you want the outcome of your speech to be. Learn as much information as possible about what you are talking about.
Exactly. Know your audience.
Also, I mean, if you're doing a TED Talk like we all already addressed, we're all going to do at some point in our life.
Right.
You should know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Also, like, if you're at, like you hate, hate baby seals, right? And you're at, like, a Save the Baby Seal convention, you're, like, know your audience. Like, do a little research before, because if you walk out and you have this whole speech prepared on how to eradicate baby seals, and you're at the the Save the Baby Seal Foundation.
Oh, wait, I read it wrong. I read it wrong. Did I read it wrong?
Just know where you are and just know where your audience is, you know?
Yeah, I mean, good God. Like, know what you're going to talk about. Know about the points that you're going to talk about. Like, this is basically situational awareness, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Know who you're talking to. Number 9.
Where you are and and what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Number 9. Write your speech. Okay?
Okay.
When writing your speech, make a list of 2 to 5 main points that you want to present. Write out each point in 1 or 2 sentences. Your speech will be most effective if you plan your opening and closing statements and key transitions down to the last word. Organize the speech logically with a beginning, a middle, and an end. In other words, tell your audience what you're going to tell them it, and then summarize what you've told them.
You know what? I'm already kind of... I get anxiety.
Write it down so you know what you're talking about.
Exactly. You know, you want to know why I feel like I'm getting anxiety immediately? Because, like, I don't have a topic and I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess we do have a topic.
It's weird that you have anxiety, but you're also wearing a shirt that says fuck everything. You know what I mean? Like, you can't...
I can't
it's literally like that's literally something like you were giving a speech on anxiety to like a group of people who are anxious, and you're wearing a like I don't have anxiety shirt on.
Surprise. Surprise, it's a twist.
Am I in the wrong ballroom?
It's the M. Night
Marriott?
Shyamalan twist. I didn't do my research and preparation enough. No, but like,
eradicate the seals is next door? Great.
Okay, let me go there. But like, I think.
I love seals, by the way.
What this helps remind me is that like, make sure if you're writing a speech that you're passionate about the project, because if you're passionate about the project, you'll know, not the project, the topic, what the points that you're gonna make, you know.
And if you write it down, it's easier to memorize too. Yeah. Write your speech. Number 8.
Going forward, okay. Number 8.
It's clearly
dude. It is so excessive. The font of your name. Wait, can I just see the font?
One little note. I'm gonna blow it up for sure.
He gave me a 25 font.
That's how we do it.
That's 11 font. Anyway, number 8. Practice. You should know your speech well enough to speak naturally during your presentation and glance only occasionally at your notes. Here are some tips for practicing. You okay over there, dude? I hope the mic picked up you hitting your drink on the mic.
I almost knocked the drink onto me from the mic. Yeah.
Okay,
I gotta practice that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I gotta practice that.
So practice. What does that mean? Practice your speech.
Nice segue. Okay.
Practice your speech at least 3 times and practice in front of a friend for feedback. Pace yourself. Your audience will want to hear what you have to say, so speak clearly. Gestures, movement, and eye contact can add to your impact, but make sure that they're natural and relevant, not like what we just did. If you're watching, try not to speak from a podium. It's a barrier between you and your audience. Put your notes on it and then try to walk away. This is getting into
There's
like
so
some
many
more
different
advanced
ways to do your speech.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and there's so many. What this is, it's going into an advanced territory. If you're able to like write down what you say, be able to be familiar with it, and walk away, it's like.
Yeah.
If I see somebody
You're
behind a
untouchable.
podium and they walk away and they're like, let me test this down. I'm like, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
He's still giving the speech to the wrong audience, but
He's like, Baby
committed.
Seals is next
Baby
door.
Seals is next door. Right. But he's walking away from the podium. That's pure. That's a power move to start the podium talk, and then all of a sudden you drift away and you're still talking. People are like, what?
And I think...
what is he selling? Yeah.
You know what I'm learning from this? The audience is probably already seeing my epiphany. Pace yourself. One of the things that I have a problem with, or that I come up against a lot, is that when I'm passionate about something that I'm talking about, my mouth will move faster than my brain.
Yeah, I say that all the time. No, your mouth.
Or is it the... And
your brain moves faster
my
than
brain
your
moves
mouth.
faster
Right.
than my mouth. See, I couldn't even understand what my brain was telling me, but like
he'll start a sentence and be like, so the other day I went to the
Blah, 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 blah.
in the
And
store
then
with
I'm
the
already-
thing and I was like, I know, like I can see it in your eyes.
You can see it, like
a full like movie happening.
Like,
but
if you were to-
like you need to like take a step and then talk about it.
Well, you know what happens?
But that has nothing to do with practice, okay?
No,
Practice is, you write your speech, do your thing. Practice means do it over and over and over again. Get feedback from people,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. For me, it's just being aware of when I'm on sentence 2 of a paragraph and then I accidentally jump into the third paragraph.
That comes with practice too.
Yeah,
that comes
absolutely.
With practice too. You're right. All right, number 7. Putting together visual aids.
Oh.
Okay. Visual aids are an important aspect of your speech and will help make unfamiliar and challenging material more accessible for your audience. PowerPoint presentations, photos, charts, and videos can all help you get your point across. Keep the following in mind. Visual aids should be simple and colorful, but remember that red and green are difficult to read from a distance. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Keep text to a minimum. Otherwise, your audience won't know whether to read or to listen to you. Okay? A few effective slides or charts can help your audience understand your message, but too many will distract them. Videos are a powerful way to get your point across. That makes sense.
This makes a lot of sense, yeah.
When people are really good at the PowerPoints and giving a speech and they're like, and it says trust, and that's all it says, and then they do a whole 3-minute speech about trust, you're paying attention to them.
You know what that is?
But if their whole speech is up on the thing, you're like, no, he's 2 steps back. What's happening right there? And where are the baby seals?
You know what sex? You know what? You know
what's sex?
No. I was gonna say. You know what's sexy about public speaking?
Okay.
When you're like, I'm gonna talk about this. You know, and you're going off about it. And it's like, oh my God, wait. I'm looking at you.
What did you say?
I'm looking at you. First off, you're saying gibberish, but I'm listening.
Yeah.
And
if there's more going on with the PowerPoint, I'm paying attention to that. I'm not paying attention to the person.
I do not.
I don't care if he walked away from the podium, which he probably is like, oh my God, look, oh my God, I'm doing it.
I did it.
Oh my God, I'm walking away from the podium. But if he's got a whole visual presentation, I'm not paying attention to him. I don't care about him.
I don't want to be reading basically a textbook on a screen when I probably should be listening to a human being telling me about something that they're talking about.
Exactly.
Boom.
Number 6.
Number 6. Don't talk right away.
Ooh.
You should never talk as you walk out on stage. Well, yeah. I'm taking all of the beats as possible. A lot of people.
I wasn't gonna talk right away.
I know.
Okay.
So don't talk right away. You should never talk as you walk out on stage. A lot of people start talking right away, and it's out of nerves. This is so important. It communicates a little bit of insecurity and fear. Instead, quietly walk out on stage, then take a deep breath. Find your place, wait a few seconds, and begin. I know it sounds long and tedious, and it feels excruciatingly awkward when you do it, but it shows the audience you're totally confident and in charge of the situation. You know what is
that's another power move right there.
You know what's so seared into my mind? When those iconic moments when like Steve Jobs or even Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates walks out into this huge,
and they just kind of
stage.
Stand there.
They walk and they're like, I'm about to talk to you. I'm about to blow your mind about our new products.
They wait till everyone's talking like, and then they wait till the dust settles. Because he's just standing there.
Because they're in
they're
Saudi Arabia.
They're outside. Is he about to talk? I can't see him. Is that a TED Talk over there? I can't see him. Steve Jobs. What? Stephen Hawking?
Wait, is there a new iPhone? You're alive?
Hawking? First of all, Stephen Hawking, I'm learning a lot right now. I'm proving you wrong right now. Yeah, don't talk right away. That's a power move.
That is.
Just walk out, and then if people are like, hustling and bustling and waiting for the dust to settle.
That sandstorm.
Where's that visual?
Oh God, a TED Talk. Yeah.
Okay. Don't talk right away.
Don't talk right away.
Wait till you have everyone's attention.
Stand proudly and
also,
show that.
But go out there and be confident, right?
Yeah.
Don't go out there and be like. I was told not to talk right away, but this is excruciatingly painful.
I really want to be behind this podium, but I've heard it's not
I'd like
good.
to introduce the new iPhone 6. I waited too long to talk. Also, that's the thing where you walk out and as you're walking out, to introduce the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6, and they're like, what's happening? No, what did you say at first? And he's like, we got different features on the app, and when they're like, no, go back up for a second.
Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Can you turn the sand off? Because what are we doing out here?
Why did we install a sandstorm in here? Anyway,
don't talk right away.
Don't talk right away. Yeah, let's move on.
Number 5, show up to give, not to take.
Oh, tell me more.
Often, people give presentations to sell products or ideas, to get people to follow them on social media, buy their books, or even just to like them. Audiences can see through these people right away, and when they do, they disengage. We are highly social animals. Even at a distance on stage, we can tell if you're a giver or a taker. And people are more likely to trust a giver, a speaker that gives them value, that teaches them something new, that inspires them, than a taker.
You know what? Go on.
There was a point earlier on. I was working for this one company where I had to like sell. I'm not a good salesman.
Really?
Unless I'm really passionate about something, I can't.
That surprises me.
I can't fake it.
Honestly,
I could fake it. Yeah, after like a couple drinks or something, I could be like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I also like have to get. It's embedded in me where like I can't fake it if like I don't believe it or like if I don't get something out of it or something like that.
I feel you. Okay.
There were times when I'd be like, oh, like, you should do this like new thing where like whatever. I can literally see people like detaching themselves from the conversation and and like not being into it and whatever. Be genuine. Be a giver. Just be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And just put it all out there, and people would be and ask for nothing back, and people would be like, you know what, I will go and buy a slice of pizza with your promo code or something stupid like that.
Yeah, you know what, my initial thought before we both said we both were about to begin was I wanted to humble brag about just like creative people in general. Is that like comedians and actors, they're instinctually wanting to engage with you or give you an experience to then work off of, and
that's true. When I'm on stage, I am giving it all because I want people to laugh.
Absolutely,
and I know I'll get it back like that. But I just gotta let it go. I can't when I go up there and I tell a joke, and it's more to like purposefully like get the laugh. That's when people don't think it's funny. But when I'm up there and I'm like, hey, they're like, this guy. You know what I mean? You gotta let it go. You gotta be a giver.
Yeah, exactly. Give, and know there's a part of you that's able to give that everybody will receive, like it with open arms. Everybody has this has a good side, and you can bring that out when you're talking about something that's passionate. That's when you're good. That's when people are going to see the best side of you, is when you're talking about something that's passionate, that you're passionate about, or if you're doing something that's passionate that you're passionate about. Yeah.
Yes.
Boom. Show up to give, not to take.
Give.
Boom.
All
right.
4.
Number 4. Make eye contact one by one. Wow, yeah. Scanning and...
Go on.
Make eye contact one by one. Scanning and panning is your worst enemy. It's much easier and effective if you directly look at specific audience members throughout your speech. If you can, give each person that you intently look at an entire sentence or thought without breaking your gaze. When you finish a sentence, move on to another person.
Ooh.
And keep connecting with individual people until you're done speaking. This tactic not only creates a deeper connection with individuals, but the entire audience can feel it. You see the pros do this. Yeah. The people who are in the public eye all the time.
Yo, I've been in an audience where someone's like giving a speech.
Has somebody look directly at
me and they'll like say like a full sentence, and I'll be like, yeah. And then they'll be like, and they'll move on to someone else. I'll be like, but when they're talking to you, you feel like there's no one else in the world. It's special. You're like, they looked at me, and this is it, and this was meant to be. Meanwhile, he's just going through the Menaduzzi techniques.
Exactly. We'll get to that TED Talk soon.
Exactly.
I'm sure. But there's nothing more special than eye contact when you're doing a public speech or public
But don't
speaking.
do it in like a creepy way.
No.
Don't be like,
It laid it out for you.
the human body is not meant to be murdered.
Yeah. Or eaten.
Or eaten.
Yeah.
Baby seals don't like make good eye contact. Don't
Yeah.
be a serial killer.
Yeah. And don't.
And if you are a serial killer, learn how to make better eye contact.
And you guys are obvious. Hopefully, you guys are writing this down and know the progression of all this. This is close to the end of the tips that are going to help you with this public speaking. It's only with these previous tools that you're going to be able to be like, okay, I feel comfortable to be able to talk to a freaking stranger for 5 to 10 seconds as
Stare
I
at
finish.
them and then But also when you're in a conversation with somebody and it's clearly just one-on-one and no one else is listening, don't like say one sentence. Look at them in the eyes and then just like turn and look for eye
Somebody
contact.
somebody else who's not
It's
listening.
the best. You're like in Starbucks and you're like sitting at a table, right? And you're like the table next to them, right? And the guy's like, so I think we should break up, but I really do like you, and I think that
Sir,
you're like eating your
scone, and it's like, what the
you're
fuck?
like, why are you?
Dude, is that guy breaking up with
Are
me?
you talking to me?
Is that guy breaking up with me or his girlfriend?
Right, and then
wait, is
and
she
then once
single?
He's done with you, he goes, and then but I really like you. And then he passes the girlfriend. And he goes to the other person. He's like, but like, I don't think this is gonna work out. And the other person is like, huh?
And then meanwhile, that guy's like, if you ever want to go out sometime, he's
He made eye contact with me, and you're like, and then that guy gets upset.
hey,
I
thought we had something special.
Oh wait, I don't actually know you.
He starts saying the same exact speech.
Exactly.
Listen, yeah. We're
All right.
learning.
We're learning.
But
But now you get examples. We're in the top. Hey, we're in the top 3 right now.
Top 3, guys.
Number 3. Speak unusually slow.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. When you get nervous, it's not just your heartbeat that quickens.
Oh.
Your words also tend to speed up. Luckily, audiences are more patient and forgiving than we know. They want you to succeed up there. But the more you rush, the more you turn them off. And you want to turn them on, okay? If you just go quiet for a moment and take a long, deep breath, they'll wait for you. Unless you're at a baby seal clubbing rally.
They're like, I'm here.
No, you had a better comment after this. What were you going to say?
No, please, don't feel stifled.
Look, so when I'm on stage, I usually, like, I've noticed that, like, I'll get nervous and, like, I'll start to, like, talk really fast to like, combat, like, my, I could, like, you've been in the theater before.
Of course, yeah.
When you've gotten nervous and your heart starts to race and you're just like, oh my God, you literally have to fight your own body.
You literally have to fight your own body.
Own body.
Yo, you got to trust yourself. You got to trust your body that it knows what it's doing.
Take a breath.
You've done the work.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you want to talk about, who you want to speak to, what visual aids you're doing.
And sometimes,
also,
if you start to talk slower, you will be, and you're in the moment, you will just naturally calm yourself down.
Also, like, nobody, like, in real life is gonna, like, talk about something that, like, they're really passionate about. You know, like, really, 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 really
and
fast.
those people are probably on coke, or I had a lot of coffee at Starbucks that just got broken up with from some dude that was looking at everybody.
What this tip, speak unusually slowly, helped me with is to just be able to, like, be in the moment. It's something that I've learned with my training as an actor and stuff. To be able to just, like, hey, listen, you don't have to rush through this.
Right.
You know, because that's what I was saying earlier. It's like if I get really, really, like, amped up or excited about something that I'm talking about, or I trip up over a word, it's because, like, there's like a feeling that I need to like get this out that to something or somebody, but it's like no.
Slow it down.
The audience is with you.
They're you.
Engaged.
Yeah.
Like
they're there to listen.
If they're there to
Take
listen,
your time.
they're exactly.
Number 2.
The top 2, second to last one. Ignore the naysayers. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to even say ignore the haters.
The haters.
Dismiss the people
Block the haters out.
Dismiss the people furrowing their brows, crossing their arms, or shaking their heads. No. No. Instead, focus only on your supporters. The people who are visibly engaged. Enjoy your presentation and nodding yes. If you find the audience members who are positively interacting with you, you'll be much more confident and relaxed than if you try to convince the naysayers.
That's right.
Oh my God. There's nothing more draining than being like, oh, you don't believe me? Oh God, okay. Because every single thing that we've talked about will go out.
Yeah.
And you'll just get more emotional.
Yeah.
You know?
This is another example I have from doing comedy.
Yeah.
When you're in the audience, when you're looking at the audience, and you're in the middle of a joke, and one guy is just not having it.
Wow, yeah.
But, like, the guy next to him is just dying. I immediately am drawn to that person.
You do it for that guy.
I immediately drawn to, or sometimes with the bit, I'll go to the guy that's not laughing, I'll be like, hey, what's your problem? You know what I mean? And then make that as a little something. But you know, with public speaking, you're more just like giving like a rehearsed thing.
I think what this.
But you know, block out the haters, but also the people who are visibly engaged. You also want to kind of like find the people who are in the middle of
absolutely
being like engaged, and then just being like, everything you say is perfect and amazing, and it's like, ooh,
yeah. What I was gonna say the exact thing.
Find the juiciness of the spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. Like what this tip helps you out with is being able to find the spectrum of people that like maybe you will be able to engage or talk specifically to if you've gotten comfortable enough with making eye contact with these people or talking to them, because you know, I totally agree with that. Like, find the people that you're like, you're listening.
And plus,
I know
if you're
you
on
are.
A roll, and like someone, you like look out in the audience by accident, and you make eye contact with some guy who's like, this is baloney. You like sometimes
baloney.
This is baloney.
This isn't a TED Talk about baloney.
This isn't a baloney.
Baloney is A4.
This is the Clubbing Baby Seals convention.
That's next door. Baloney's next door.
Baloney's next door. Oh, I read the sign wrong. Baloney, seals, close. So
Can you make me a baby seal sandwich?
You could see that person in the
God,
audience, and immediately, if they're like throwing some negative vibes, and you're not confident enough in your presentation, it'll throw you off real quick.
But like, if
and
you're
that's
following
when you.
these
That's
tips,
when if you follow these tips,
you'll be able to
immediately. You'd be like, okay, negative energy. Who's someone that's into it? Nobody. My mom in the back.
Great.
Great.
I can barely
Thanks,
see
Mom.
her.
Thanks, Mom. I'm just
wait,
gonna
my
watch
mom's
that.
walking out. Oh, she's going to the baby seal and baloney.
Walking out.
She's going to the baloney.
She's going to the baloney convention. Fantastic.
She's not even watching my TED Talk. Damn it.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Oh man.
Block out the haters. The number one tip, baby. We've arrived.
Guys, we've arrived. This is the number one tip on how to improve your public speaking.
Don't eat baloney. Okay, no. Turn nervousness into excitement.
Yo.
Okay, relax.
This is important. Yo, no.
Listen.
I'm excited.
Listen.
No, I'm
This is my trick that I do all the time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is a trick from Olympic athletes.
Okay.
This is an Olympic athlete trick, okay?
Credible.
Olympic athletes before and after competing are all asked the same question. Were you nervous? And all the athletes give the same answer. No, I was excited, okay? These competitors are taking the body's signs of nervousness, clammy hands, pounding heart, tense nerves, awkwardly aroused, and reinterpreting them as side effects of excitement and exhilaration.
Yeah.
When you're up on stage, you will likely go through the same thing. That's when you should say to yourself, I'm not nervous, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
When you do, it really has a miraculous impact in helping you change your attitude to what you're about to do. Can I just personally?
Yeah, this is so important.
When I do stand up, before I get on stage, I get this rush. And at first I get really nervous. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm nervous. But like, I literally have mentally embedded it in my brain and body that like it's not nerves, it's just excitement. And this is before even reading this tip.
Yeah.
That's just like you just instead of being like, oh, what if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? Blah, blah, blah. That's good because you're thinking about everything. You're gonna make sure that nothing goes wrong,
dude. For me.
But also look at it as a positive. Instead of like, oh my god, everything can go wrong. Look at it as like, I know what could go wrong and I will prevent it, and I'm gonna have the best, show or speech or do whatever I can.
I totally agree. That's so true with the nervous to excitement. The thing for me, what happens is I will always, I never fail to get nervous before a performance or before an audition or a callback. But like,
that's good. That means you're in the moment.
But
you're ready to go.
It's like an embedded switch after a while that it's excitement. And for me, it's personally an excitement that I'm like, okay, I'm nervous because I'm going to live through something when I'm doing this scene or this side, but right before I go in, it's like I'm so excited to be able to go through that and have that experience. And that should be the same if you're having a conversation that you're trying to make a point, or if you're doing a TED Talk that we all will have to do at some point in our lives.
What your mom will walk out on.
And go to the baloney TED Talk.
The baloney TED Talk. Baloney, hear ye. Baloney is now...
In session.
Restricted in the kingdom of Bologna.
We will now only be serving...
It's pronounced Bologna. It's Bologna, the kingdom of Bologna, and we will henceforth kill anyone for the misinterpretations.
And we will now only be serving flame-broiled Bologna sandwiches at the joust matches.
It's Bologna.
Thank you.
Kill the messenger.
Kill him, please.
Kill him, please.
He's a naysayer. Kill him.
Well,
guys,
Kirk, that's all the time we have for the podcast.
And I am so educated.
I just want to say, Stephen Hawking, boop. Put it in your face. Okay?
Yo, Stephen Hawking, I think...
I'm not a cow that just won't die.
And I'm not a... God, what did he even call me? An old lady?
You sound like
with
an old lady.
With the sound that everybody likes whenever you hate me? Come on.
Exactly. You know, he did the old lady voice, but it sounded like he didn't change his voice. So that's like, that was pretty cool.
Okay, well, we'll address that later. Guys,
what was your favorite tip?
Oh my gosh. You know what?
Real quick.
You know what? Actually, I think it might be the last one.
The number one tip.
Turn nervousness into excitement.
That was my favorite tip.
It's a progression.
Let us know what your favorite tip was.
Please do. And you know what? Let us know what tip, or if you have tips that help you out with public speaking.
You got any tips for public speaking?
Let us know, you know, and share this with your friends. Share this with your friends and family.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Share it with
YouTube.
Yeah.
We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, we're Instagram. Go to all of it. Let's do it.
And if you have friends, family, colleagues, acquaintances that are like, oh my God, I want to learn things, tell them Men of Doozy got you covered.
We got you covered.
And tell us, whenever you have a free chance, just let us know. Is there something that you want to learn about? And have us teach you while we also learn about it? Because that's what it's all about. Laughter, learning, and just loving life. He takes the dramatic pause Dramatic pause.
Makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me too, guys.
We'll see you next episode.
Stephen Hawking. I don't know.
Love you.
Love you. I mean, thanks for the challenge.
Hey, shout out to Stephen Hawking. We had our first guest on the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had our first guest from the grave. Can't wait to have our first live guest. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
You want to be on the
gonna
show?
Happen.
Hit us up. You got top 10 ticks?